All right, man. What's up, YouTube? My name Marcavius Allen. I go by Trey. Come from my middle name, but I just want to go ahead and introduce myself and why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Life been crazy for me. I'm 22 years old. As you can see, I got a lot of motivational stuff around me, man. I got a calendar behind me, but came a long way to get to where I'm at today, and I look at today as my starting day, day number one, man, because I came from the military, got out the military. And after I did that, I started working at a car dealership, man. I ain't never go to college, never got a degree or nothing. I got my high school diploma, but after I got out the military, I started working at a car dealership. After the car dealership, man, I just didn't know what was gonna happen for me. You know, it was a lot of times in my life where I felt like I was going through a lot of struggles, that I felt like a lot of stuff in my life was going wrong. You feel me? And I looked to God and I started praying a lot more. I mean, yeah, of course, stuff gonna go wrong in your life. You gonna have problems here and there. That's inevitable. It's always gonna happen. Trials and tribulations. And what I want to say is, always keep your faith in God, because there's always something He has in the works that you don't know about. And around that time is when, you know, that time of uncertainty, when I didn't know if I was gonna be able to pay my rent, pay my bills, or be able to, financially handle anything for myself. I was down in a hole. Felt like, you know, I was losing a lot. And out of nowhere something happened. I'm not gonna go into detail, but out of nowhere something happened, and it was like, get back up, man. Get back up, get back on your feet, stay focused. And after that happened, I was like, man, I really need to lock in. I need to stay focused. So from there, I ended up getting another job. It took like 3 months before I ended up getting another job, but I was still, throughout that time, I was still able to pay my bills. You know what I'm saying? Took a little bit of time to myself, focus on my mental health and everything. But after that, I started working at a car manufacturing plant, and I worked there for about like a month or two. Like literally, like I worked there for about a month, and I ended up getting hurt. But after that, it was just I had ended up. They told me I couldn't come back to work until I got cleared. I never ended up getting cleared, so I was just like, I might as well not go back to work. And it's just been, like a month later, I was just looking for jobs, and now I'm working as a life insurance agent. But that's not the story that I'm here to tell. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I'm doing, why I'm here, who I am. You know what I'm saying? But this is my journey on YouTube, and changing the direction of my life for things that I actually want to do in life. You feel me? A lot of people, they say they want to do a lot of things, want to do different things, but they don't have the determination to do it. And I was one of those people. I was always procrastinating, always pushing stuff to the side. Oh, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. But, you know, I've been doing a lot of thinking lately, and I was like, who knows how much time you got on this earth? Why continue to wait? Why continue to procrastinate? Because you never know when you're going to be gone. You know what I'm saying? And if I really say these are my dreams, these are my goals, these are things that I want to do, why not chase them while I'm here? Why wait until I'm on my deathbed saying, dang, why didn't I get the chance to do that? Dang, why did I never do that? Looking at my past shadows of myself, all looking down on me like, you know, all the potential fading away. So today is my starting day. I'm starting fresh and moving forward with chasing my goals, chasing my dreams, and actually being who I want to be, and following, uh, uh, how do I put it, a path. One thing I do really believe in is, like I said, God. I'm Christian. I believe in God. I really keep my faith in Him. And one thing I like to do is I pray to God that He always guides me on the path that He wants me to be on, not the path that I want to be on, the path that He wants me to be on. A lot of people try to, pray just for what they want, or try to force God to try to just follow the path that they want to follow. It doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? He already has a preset plan for you, and Ever since I just started praying that, just telling him to allow me to follow the path that he got set for me, it's been it's been a roller coaster. Don't get me wrong, it's been a roller coaster, but it's definitely been a lot of ups. And I've noticed that it's been more ups than downs, and my life just continues to progress. So that's one thing I would say. I'm a firm believer of God, firm believer of, you know, letting Him lead me on the path that I need to be on. All right. And another thing that I want to say: never give up, bro. Never give up on yourself. Never give up on your dreams. Never give up on your goals. Because there was a couple times, more than a couple times actually, where I was depressed, I was down, I was going through so many different things, and around that time I was really just giving up on myself. I felt hopeless. I felt like it was a lot of weight on my back. And when I was going through that time, I didn't see no way out, man. I really didn't see no way out. And I was living with my pops at the time. I had a small little room. It wasn't nothing too big. Had a little small twin size air mattress, man. And I had a little TV monitor or whatever it is, like a little monitor on dang, man. It's the little tray table things that whenever you sit on the couch or eating somewhere else away from the table, you got a little tray table that you could just set up anywhere. It was one of those. My little monitor was set up on one of those, and I had a little twin size bed. I had all my clothes inside of a big bin that was right next to the little twin size bed. I didn't have no drawer, I didn't have none of that. You know what I'm saying? And it was just constant. I was working at the time, working at Amazon, but at that time I didn't see no way out. I was working paycheck to paycheck, not knowing like how I was gonna survive. Like, yeah, I had a roof over my head. I was living with my pops, but that's not where I wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? That was all last year. That was all last year. Last year, it was rough for me, man. That's what I'll say. Last year was rough for me. The beginning of last year, going into 2024, was really rough for me. The end of 2023, I lost a lot. I felt like I lost a lot, and around those times, I was really giving up on myself. I never gave up fully. I was always trying to push myself to be better and continue to believe in what I believed in. And that's why I say I'm where I'm at today. I'm not in the best situation. I'm not in the worst situation. I'll say I'm in a situation where I know I can get better, or I know it's going to get worse. But I continue to try to be better every single day. That's the best that you can do. Try to be better every single day. Because if you're not trying to be better every single day, what's the point? So never give up on yourself. I ended up, from working at Amazon, like I said, ended up working at the car dealership. Made the most money I've ever seen in my life working at the car dealership. At the time I had a Nissan at the time. And that Nissan, man, I wasn't making my payments. I didn't have no insurance. I didn't have nothing going for that car, bro. And there was, man, when I tell you, I was struggling. And then when I got that car dealership job, everything turned around for me. I learned sales. I learned how to talk to people, communicate. I mean, I was already learning how to talk and communicate with people because I was former law enforcement, but just working at a car dealership, it's different because you're working directly with people. It's not like you're doing criminal cases or, certain things that law enforcement do. And it was just like, now I got to actually get people to like me, like my personality, like who I am to sell these things. And, it started off real good. But some changes happened. Things started going left, and I ended up leaving. But I ended up getting out my pop's crib, as you see now. I ended up getting so many different things, and I ended up getting a brand new car. Brand new, fresh off the lot, a Charger, whatever. I know. It's a 2023. It was brand new on the lot, whatever. I brought in 2024. Who cares? Still a brand new car. Don't got that many miles on, you know what I'm saying? But never give up on yourself because you never know what God has planned for you, So always continue to look forward to your future, look forward to your goals, and strive for your goals. Aim as high as you can. There's no such thing as a limit. There is no such thing as a limit. There will never be a limit. Continue to aim as high as you can. Look at Jeff Bezos, however you say his name. Billionaire, man. Billionaire. He didn't get there by aiming at a certain limit. He kept pushing and pushing and pushing, breaking through barriers. Every time you feel like you stuck somewhere, you feel like it's nothing else that you can do, there's always something else that you can do. You know what I'm saying? It's always something else that you can do. So continue to aim high. Always aim high. And that's what I continue to do. And stay focused. Stay focused. It's a lot of stuff going on in this world right now that can knock you off your balance, knock you off your feet. Yes, you're going to go through situations that'll make you feel like, dang, like, what's the point? Or, like, why am I even doing this anymore? Stay focused. Remember why you're doing it. It may be because of family. It may be because it's, you had a passion for it. Or, it's a reason that you're doing what you do, you know. So stay focused. Don't ever give up on yourself. Continue to push yourself. Continue to strive high, aim high, be the best version of yourself every single day. No matter what you go through, it's always a better situation waiting for you in the future. You just got to want to get there, and want to put yourself in that position. But hey, this is my intro video, man. Just introducing myself to y'all and giving y'all little words of motivation, telling y'all a little bit about my backstory. But welcome to my YouTube,